Hello and welcome to the Breaking Bitcoin Market Update. It's Wednesday, October 20th, 2021. It's a momentous day. Mark this in your calendars,
All-time
guys.
high.
That's right, guys. Here we are. We're back at fresh all-time highs. Crazy to think that indeed we did break down, what, 5 months ago? Was it 5 months ago when the big breakdown happened?
63 to 28.
That was May, yeah.
Yeah, unbelievable, guys. Here we are. We're right back.
Puerto Rico with Alex when we hit 28.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, it was 5 months ago. You guys are kicking in Puerto Rico, and
On a plane during that with no service, and I'm like, this fucking sucks.
whole market decided to come down. I remember talking to people at the time because obviously cryptos were flying all year. People were like, "Oh my God, this is it. That was the top. The bear market's in." And a lot of people are looking at me like, "Man, you didn't sell the top. What were you thinking, bro? Like, is Bitcoin ever gonna go back?" And I was tell people, "Hang tight. Never."
Your day.
Yep. And here we are. We're good. We're back. But I guess there's still plenty more ahead. This market always has something interesting in store for the investors, for the traders out there, guys. So we will be, of course, recapping all the latest, reading all the latest markets and charts we can today. And
Bitcoin's going to be around the rest of your life. I'm sure it's going to have plenty of swings.
yes, no kidding. Yeah, we'll talk all the latest, including what's going on in the traditionals. So we'll get into all that in a few minutes. But yeah, shout out to everybody here. Sorry for the late start today. Had a little delay, but we're running like 5 minutes behind. But we're finally here. We're ready to get into it. You, of course, just heard the voices of two of our CC's finest analysts. We got Alex and Jason with us this afternoon, and we got about a 90-minute show in store for you today. Actually, maybe a little less. We have a mentorship session today.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. All right, guys. Maybe instead of 90 minutes, let's call it a 70-minute show. Give us some more time on the other side to get ready for the mentorship session. Look forward to having everybody there. But so, gonna get into the news. Gonna look at the bubbles. Gonna check out the audience engagement before, of course, we get into look at the markets and your requests, guys. We'll do it tidy. We'll do it to the point. So let's get right into it. No more delays. I've got a couple news stories to talk about today. Jason, I hear myself coming through your mic. Maybe mute yourself while I rant through the news. Cool. All right. First piece comes from Blockworks and ETFs fuel Bitcoin's rally, 70K on the horizon. Indeed, if you're just waking up now, we are cresting over new all-time highs. Bitcoin's currently at 66,367 after hitting a high earlier today of $67,000, just a little over $67,000, guys. Well, this article here pointing out that the newly launched Bitcoin ETF BITO is helping fuel Bitcoin rally past all-time highs on favorable signs from regulators in the U.S. Take this with a grain of salt. That's actually what attributed to the breakout. But yes, the big launch this week is, well, all the fanfare, right? Despite trading at similar prices back in April of 2021, there's less leverage in the market, and on-chain data supports the rally has much more room to go. All right, I'm not going to cover much more of this because this is mostly technical, and we, of course, have a technical segment coming up shortly. But indeed, we are at all-time highs, and indeed, there's even some on-chain factors hinting at continued rally. Maybe I'll revisit that a little later. But in the meantime, let's get into another headline. I have to breeze through these today after all. Crypto market hits 2.6 trillion capitalization for the first time in history. Yes, another all-time high being made today, guys. It's not just Bitcoin, but it's the whole crypto market, guys. It is truly momentous and historic. For the first time in history, the crypto market has surpassed the $2.6 trillion barrier in terms of market capitalization. And Bitcoin, amid Bitcoin's rally, which soared to new all-time highs, ahead of its second day of trading on this new ProShares, of course, launched exchange-traded fund. Indeed, the global market cap has already reached 2.6 trillion, representing about a 5.6% gain over the previous day, and so on and so forth. Indeed, these are bright times, from alts to NFTs to DeFi tokens. Much of them are soaring very high, if not at highs today.
Out there.
Indeed. Feels warm and fuzzy. Feels good to be back here. Does October have any other surprises in store for us, though? In the meantime, I'll answer that question a little later. Here's a piece from Bitcoin Magazine. Bitcoin surpasses the Swiss franc to become the world's 13th largest currency. All right, maybe we can still debate whether or not Bitcoin is an actual currency akin to national fiat. But here's just a little something very briefly to put things in perspective where we are with indeed with a $2.6 trillion market cap. At the time of writing, Bitcoin has surpassed the Swiss franc in market cap as the world's 13th largest currency, according to data from the fiatmarketcap.com. There are only 12 other world currencies left for Bitcoin to overcome. Not that we are necessarily competing with Bitcoin. This is a kind of, or competing with fiat, but still, the Swiss franc, everybody, one very well-respected and established national currency, national fiat out there. Here's Bitcoin taking the lead, at least in terms of market cap. Take that for what you will, but still, kind of putting things into perspective, what a $1.5 trillion market cap Bitcoin looks like relative to other currencies. Let's get into this piece here from, or it's a tweet, I should say, Coinbase NFT. Tweets today, big news. Starting today, we'll begin introducing NFT creators we've teamed up with for drops on Coinbase NFT. We're excited to highlight the first 4 creators below, and stay tuned, we're just getting started. All right, so here's a little appreciation thread from Coinbase NFT official Twitter. And I guess, as you guys know, we kind of mentioned this earlier, Coinbase announcing they're bringing their own NFT marketplace out at a swell time, because the NFT space, of course, this year has been absolutely popping off. Consumers are absolutely enamored with this new NFT phenomenon. And here's Coinbase ready to swoop in. And who knows, they might gobble up a lot of market share from operators like OpenSea.
I signed up for their waiting list to be a part of their NFT market when it starts, and it was already like 1.8 million in line. I'm like, all right, we're gonna have another NFT market here. Like, there's a lot of people waiting.
There's a lot of people waiting and ready to speculate on these types of things. But in this thread, I guess Coinbase reveals the first 4 NFT projects that they are teaming up with. This first one being Ponderware. Ponderware, the NFT pioneers behind Mooncats, released a new project called Ponderware. So, never heard of it. Let's continue. Next up, Gang Yang NFT. Wow, Gang Yang NFT, the artist behind the Mythology project, is coming to the Coinbase NFT platform. And finally, Forgotten Runes Wizards Cult. Another pixel art design is coming to Coinbase NFT as well, and
some wizards.
And there's one more here, and it's last but not least, we're thrilled to have the amazing and talented NFT creator Michael Blau of XO Art. Wow, this guy does ASCII art. Well, it looks interesting. I'll give him that. Another interesting artist coming to Coinbase NFT, guys. So, if you didn't catch the NFT wave earlier this year, something tells me Coinbase NFT has got you covered for this next wave of crazy speculation.
The second wave.
You've just taken a look at 4 potential candidates. Let's see here. Here's another tweet here. Exit all. Here's a tweet here reading, exit all dog-related markets LMAO. Lord Vitalik is lining up the approvals. All right, so I think this is someone pointing out Vitalik's wallet. Looks like Vitalik is approving token spends on Uniswap for, looks like Sheeb, Doggy Inu, Kishu Inu, Baby Sheeb, and some other ones. Is this?
He owns all those?
Yeah, so I guess there's a whole slew.
Doge there.
Yeah, dog-related meme tokens. Vitalik is throwing them overboard, guys. You've been warned, all right? This is the alarm bell. This is the doggy in the coal mine sounding his last bark or yelp, I guess, letting you know Vitalik is, well, he's abandoning these ships. So there you go, dog meme enthusiasts, aficionados. A little lull today coming from your boy. Yes, kind of like the Joker in The Dark Knight. Vitalik is setting the entire dog meme ecosystem of tokens aflame, ablaze.
I want to watch doggies burn.
Yes, it's a crazy world, guys.
There will be blood.
Vitalik is a sick puppy himself, it seems. All right, enough.
Yeah, he needs a sandwich or something.
Yeah, no kidding. Let's go ahead and get into the next piece here. Yeah, here's a little reminder as to why you got to play cool in the space, especially in days like this where Bitcoin is popping off. It is at new all-time highs, and it'll probably continue running to new all-time highs. This is where it gets normies, average people buzzing, people maybe in your local neck of the woods. This is why it's a good idea to keep a low profile. Security is not just in the online realm, guys, not just in the online domain, it is in the offline world as well. You got to conduct yourself kind of incognito, even when you're doing your day-to-day thing, right? So don't blab about your sick Bitcoin gains. Heck, even before your Bitcoin gains or your other crypto gains have settled in, if you're blabbing, even just as a excited early investor, when some of those projects do go to the moon, people in your circle, people, so on, people around you, bad actors, might know that, might take advantage of you. And this is one such case coming from Bitcoin News. Teenage boy is kidnapped after talking about his Bitcoin gains online. Wow. So let's see here. People would go through the great lengths to get their hands on crypto. After all, the assets are booming like they never have before, and Bitcoin's on the verge of once again hitting, well, new highs. It has actually hit new highs. However, who would be nasty enough to kidnap someone over it? Well, there's quite a few out there. Apparently, the situation is the case with when a 14-year-old boy was taken against his will after talking about his growing crypto stash on social media. The boy's remaining anonymous, though reports have mentioned he hails from England. He was stepping out of a restaurant in the town of Bradford when he was confronted by a gang of kidnappers who seized him. They covered his mouth and then they shoved him in a nearby vehicle. 22-year-old owner of the vehicle reportedly punched the boy in the face with a sand-filled glove. Got the detail of the story. It's just amazing. Kidnappers told the boy he needs to call his mother and she would need to pay a ransom of about £10,000 or else he wouldn't be getting home. After a bit of negotiation, the boy's mother got the kidnappers to agree to a £900 payment. Boy was returned.
Damn, really talked him down.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, so they caught them, one of the main kidnappers, and
My mom knows how to use the computer to send the money, right?
I know, you better...
What thought out. I mean, they should have $5 wrenched this kid.
Yeah, this is, guys...
I mean, they should have, but I mean, that would have been that would have been the best plan.
This is a cautionary and also informative tale, guys. Make accommodations or make plans for, I guess your mom when because you never know. You might go to McDonald's, pick up a Happy Meal or something, and on the way out, you get jacked. Your mom has to be able to know how to turn on your computer and I guess send your MetaMask funds to the kidnappers. So I guess if you do want to escape that type of terrible situation, guys, always make arrangements with your next of kin on how to bail you out of those situations, guys. Of course, this is a bit satirical, but you get the point, guys. Keep a low profile. It's extremely important that people probably don't know about your business, right? It'd be no different if you kept gold bars in a safe under the floor in your house. You don't want people in the neighborhood knowing that, right? You paint yourself as a target, and that is the end of that story. Let's continue into the next one, especially days like this. Especially days like this, right, where other people are sitting there on the couch, broke, and watching the news, seeing Bitcoin pop off to new all-time highs, and then they scratch their head thinking, "Oh, you remember homie across the way? He always gloated about how much crypto he's holding. Yeah, let's go rob him." Right? That's the kind of situation you don't want to end up. Don't want to end up in that scenario. All right.
That's what I think every time one of my homies is talking about their.
Well, we come from rougher neighborhoods, Alex. So I'm going to tell you.
Dog eat dog out here.
Baltimore is not pretty this time of year.
Not your keys, not your coins, bitch.
Yeah. All right. Convert some of those gains, I guess, into a steel reinforced door for your trap house. But let's get into one of the last items.
Trap house now?
One of the last items for today. And yeah, you have to diversify those gains somehow. Launder those delicious Walter White gains, right? But with that said, let's get from the cooking back into one of the last stories of today. Tether responds to a $1 million bounty, calling it a cynical stunt. You guys hear about this $1 million Tether bounty someone put up? stablecoin issuer Tether has blasted the $1 million bounty announced by New York-based investment firm Hindenburg Research as a cynical response. Aptly named after one of the worst airship disasters in history, Hindenburg is notorious for opening short positions on stocks that thinks it can crash. The firm is best known for targets including electric car maker Nikola and sports betting operator DraftKings. On October 19th, the firm announced a reward of about $2 million to anyone who can provide exclusive information about the backing of Tether's flagship USDT stablecoin, since it has doubts about the legitimacy of its opaque disclosures. Hindenburg Research founder Nathan Anderson believes that the public deserves to know about Tether's holdings, and I guess also make a killing shorting it on the way down of the collapse. We feel strongly Tether should fully and thoroughly disclose its holdings to the public. In the absence of this disclosure, we're offering $1 million bounty to anyone who can provide us exclusive detail on Tether's supposed reserves. For now, the short-selling research company does not hold any position in either Tether or any other currency stablecoin issuer.
How would you do that? Is Tether a publicly issued company?
Not sure, but maybe you could amass some USDT and short it in an effort to do this.
The play is they could short like the entirety of the crypto market if Tether had like collapse.
Right. To me, this seems like some kind of weird fishing expedition. I don't know if they're looking to just round up suckers that will turn to clients for them, right? I bet you there's probably some wealthy clients out there who probably feel the same way about Tether, and maybe they'll be dialing Hindenburg Research to kind of collaborate on this next move. So this whole thing seems pretty flaky, but it does make me think maybe we ought to troll Hindenburg Research, right? You get the whole crypto community calling them up and being like, "Yo, I got what you're looking for. I got the hot, backroom information on Tether. I'm here to claim my $1 million reward, Hindenburg Research," and then you just keep forwarding them bullshit information. Troll Hindenburg with the Tether info direct from Bitfinex hotline. No? Alright. Well, guys, that might very well be the last story for today. Let's see, I got one more tab. Yes. Crypto Briefing writes, hacker admitting to stealing 88 Ethereum in an NFT scam and then happens to return it. Another story of a hacker I guess turned white hat. Let's see here. Hacker has returned over $340,000 in Ethereum to Creature Toad's NFT project after posting a fake mint link in their Discord. Oh yeah, I heard about this yesterday. Despite the return of the funds, some members in the community are still insisting the hacker be held to further account. The upcoming Creature Toad's NFT project ran into a major roadblock when an anonymous figure hacked their Discord and tricked members into sending them over 88 Ethereum, worth more than $340,000 at the time. Posing as a moderator, the hacker shared a web link pretending to be the community members to mint Creature Toads in what was labeled as a stealth mint. Before it was revealed the web link as a scam, the community members had altogether sent almost 88 Ethereum to the hacker's address. The team said their Discord was compromised.
Like one of the most common Discord scams right now. I don't know how these people were caught off guard by it, but wow, that's a lot of money.
It is, and it's been actually sweeping through the space, hitting other Discord servers. Supposedly they're doing it through the bots. It's an exploit. You know, a lot of Discord servers were bots, so somehow the bots are getting broken, exploited, and that's giving the attackers, I guess, such access to the server. So just a little warning, guys. Always be very, very careful, especially when it's too good to be true, or some kind of like breaking. You know, we're about to mint right now. Get your money into the contract right away. You know, like that kind of panic move. Always be very, very careful. Don't panic into things like that. Yeah, if the launch is in a day and then you get suddenly breaking news, launch is moved up now. Don't do that. Be very careful, guys.
That's a pretty easy scam.
Indeed, but the space clearly, well, in this case, took the Crypto Toads community for about 88 ETH and then got returned. So I guess did have a bit of a happy ending.
No, if you read on, it says that the hacker's identity had been discovered by someone, and that's probably why he did
it. Well then, slightly less respect to you then.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Gonna return it.
Yeah, sure you were, buddy. God,
yeah.
Unbelievable. Okay, well, there you go, guys. There is a very brief look, well, kind of a brief look at the news today. Let's go ahead and get into the bubbles. What's going on in the alt space today? It sure is green, mighty green out here today. We have a lot of gainers today. Some of the biggest happen to be OKB. OKB's have another great day, up 24% today. Huobi token up 20.
Okay, exchange.
Can you repeat that, Alex?
I wonder if OK Exchange is having news too. Oh, look, Huobi token's up. FTT is up.
Yep.
Yeah, all exchange tokens are up.
Leading the day big time.
Interesting.
Very interesting. With that said, a couple other big gainers, double digits. SafeMoon up 11%. Solana's up a little over 10%. Groot, GRT, one of the top gainers of today. Groot is back with a 12% day. Luna, similar 12% day. Yes, FTT, the FTX token up about 9%. Litecoin is up a little over 10%. Litecoin finally back. It did wake up from some kind of ugly bottom.
Man, fantastic. We'll look at it later, but it's yesterday I was complaining how Litecoin looked like it was gonna fall into oblivion. Well,
Yep.
as always happens, it's the darkest before the dawn in the markets, and Litecoin is on reversal. So we'll look at it.
That's why I
Indeed.
was talking about a few lower time frames yesterday on like ADA and comp, and I mean we're starting to see reversals everywhere right now.
Hold every dip, sell the first 10% day. All right, just thinking of a meme I saw yesterday, but let's continue, guys. So that would be a brief look. Well, Hex is having a bit of a down day today, although it did have a big day yesterday. Hex is one of the losers today, down about 6%, and that's about it for downside alts. Everything is up at least single digits today. Very, very green day in the space. In fact, shockingly so, given the move on
All-time
Bitcoin.
highs.
Yeah, like Bitcoin, like made a pretty substantial move today. It is up, let's say
There's gonna be news
7%
now.
to 48 hours. I thought alts would have been maybe even sold into a little bit for this move up but no, everything's kind of moving up collectively. Quite the day.
We're sold into like overnight and this morning, but they've been catching up in the last few hours.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
Things are looking
I was
mighty green.
talking with some people in the members lounge just about how we just hit all-time highs. Journalists are just scrambling to write a story about Bitcoin right now. So like we're gonna see a flood of news.
I think you're probably right.
Including, yes, probably more ETF talk, right, guys?
So maybe that causes that little bit of a domino effect, right? That FOMO that takes us just up to wick up and blow off top somewhere. I mean, I don't know. We just don't know yet. We're breaking resistance though.
October we're barely, well, what do we got, 10 days left, a little less than 2 weeks left in the month of October. Is there any surprises in store for us, including, yes, the Evergrande default, which was pushed back, had a bit of, 30-day grace period. That expires, I think, this Saturday. Will that lead to any consequences in the wider markets? A lot of speculation around that, including the U.S. debt ceiling and, yeah, supply chain crisis, etc. Such weird times, The economy seems troubled, yet everything roaring to new all-time highs.
Yeah, something's a little sus.
Very sus. With that said, go ahead and get into the next segment. It's a look at the live chat. Who's kicking it with us on this all-time high Wednesday afternoon? Never forget this day, guys. Never forget this day in October.
Never forget.
We got over new all-time highs, and here we are kicking it together in the live chat. Let's see who's here first. Mr. Ether.
It's like the least bullish of the days that are coming up. It's like, oh, I can't believe we were so happy, on the 20th. It's nothing like the 25th is.
Yeah,
It's
but
like,
that's
those suckers on the 25th. They were so happy.
Jeez, stop. I can't get any harder.
Yeah, that's why we manage our risk, because when that does inevitably happen, we're gonna be fine and ride it back down.
Yeah, that will be something to behold as well when this market finally flips. But for now, guys, it's party season. Let's continue.
Day by day.
Mr. Ether, first in live chat today. Too far, too fast? ? Let's hold for 65 for a couple weeks before we continue to 100K. Would be nice to kind of hang around here, see alts do their thing, and kind of build like a good support level here for that climb to 100. I feel like if we just took straight off to 100 here over the next couple weeks, we'd probably be back.
Off copy, in my opinion.
Yeah, I feel like we'd be back at 65 before the end of the year. So maybe it's a good idea to take it slow to 100K. Mr. Ether, if Bitcoin holds, do we assume the alts will follow? Sure feels that way. Is that
a nice slow gradual build up to 100K, then a then a blow off top through 200.
Alex 1233, fancy being late on an all-time high day. Yes, fancy that, but hey, we're here after all. Franklin MC, greetings and happy day. Happy day to you. Alex 1233, Mr. Ether, part of me is thinking too far too soon. Can you see that 80% dip? I mean, I sure can once we hit 100K. Let's see here. GBU. Professor Wally, sup fool to Mr. Wally. He's back in the chat. Splashy85 joins us on Twitch. Evening, guys. Very good evening to Splashy. Tom T on YouTube. The intro is so hypnotizing. Definitely makes me want to sub. Well, I hope you've earned your sub by now, Mr. Tom T. You know we come live to you.
Mr. Sub.
Yes, Monday through Friday, 5 days a week. That's right. Every day, high quality technical analysis and review the news and more. Hopefully, we earned your sub by now. Sean Sporter on DLive all-time highs. Indeed, we are. GT Mark IV. Whoop whoop. Yes, GT Mark IV. It is indeed worthy time to celebrate. INVU Bitcoin miner a steal at 115. I will add that to the request line. Maybe we'll check that out. Sean Sport, have a great show, my people. Yes, indeed. Let's see here. Tell your moms. Okay, yeah, tell your moms about the show. Any words? 82 out of 100. Extreme greed. Yes, the greed. We've been seeing it tick up.
Greedy boy.
Jag077. All right. Best beat that all-time high today. Yes, we have indeed. Franklin MC. Congratulations, traders. Haven't heard you this giddy since the last all-time high, Jack. Well. Yeah, I got my bags are quite heavily packed with just the finest of Bitcoin, and so when Bitcoin does this thing, this is when I feel the best. When Bitcoin kind of leads the market. This is what's this is what the days where I celebrate. I'm sure other people. It
reminds me of that old Akon song of "Cash rules everything around me," but just replace it with Bitcoin.
You mean Wu-Tang? But yes. Bitcoin indeed.
Want to go a little harder, do you?
Rules my portfolio. Let's see here. ETH1. Hi everybody. Big shoutouts to ETH1 on DLive. Chico Blanco Verano joins us on YouTube. All-ish. What's all-ish? Ali Sani.
All in maybe, yeah.
No, he says all-ish. What's all-ish? The entire market? All these indices, all these tokens that we listed, yes, they probably are. Let's see, or the NFTs, it doesn't really matter. Yes, this is a speculative space. A lot of this stuff is, yeah, fluffy, vaporware-ish, if that's what you're referring to, of course. But let's continue. Ali on YouTube. Hey, Alex, can you please take a look at Litecoin? Yeah, we'll add that to the request line. Sweet Canary on YouTube. Hello, everyone. Big shout out to Sweet Canary. Franklin MC. Ali on YouTube, yeah, it looks, read that. ETH1, Kusama to 500, Alex. Thank you for all your TA. Well, we'll check out Kusama. Maybe it is on its way to 500. Mr. Ether, kidnapped. I have no crypto. Never even bought Hex. LOL. Yeah, that's right, Mr. Ether. I think you might have gloated a little more than you should have, maybe in recent weeks and years. Keep a low profile.
Still been killing it.
Right. Don't let word spread about your Hex millions in your.
Don't be giving out your address, boy.
Word. B-Flow, is this the gangs of New York? No, but it's kind of could be. Might as well be.
I'm a big Leo fan.
There you go. Crypto Jenny, not so happy meal. No, definitely not. Not if it ends with you in the trunk. Jordan Stotts on YouTube. Hey, shoutouts to you. ETH1. So who got crypto and where do you live? Who has crypto? Yes.
Just send out emails. Hey, do you have crypto? What's your address?
Let's see here. Quick, everyone. What's your mother's maiden name? Yep. That's classic. Franklin MC. I live way too close to Seattle for comfort. We're losing police and firefighters. Yes, I'm hearing that. It's another crisis seemingly brewing in the town near you. Ask about my wiener dog. What's up, CC? Shoutouts to Mr. Wiener Dog requesting. Yes, I got those. I'll add them to the line. And here we go. Posted a Groot trade. Yeah, you did, Jason. Last couple comments. We're getting into the next segment. It's a very interesting day, writes Anthony Littlewood. Shoutouts to Anthony. Welcome back to the channel. Sweet Canary. I would hope Ethereum outperforms Bitcoin by next year, or DOT, or some other alt. Yeah, you know what? I mean, I think a lot of coins are going to end up outperforming Bitcoin.
It's going to be a super interesting market growth, man.
Yeah, Bitcoin.
A lot of interesting projects out there.
Bitcoin's only got so many X's, you know, really left to post up, whereas other projects could still see a great deal of exponential growth in the future. Half the
Get some
media.
exposure. Just responsibly get some exposure, and I think your portfolio will grow.
So you're saying I should have went all in on Sheeb, huh?
Yep, everything you had, your house, your mortgage, your car,
The
your
dog,
dog.
the dog. It's the dog for the dog. Yes.
The
good
dog,
idea.
yeah, you trade the dog for the Doge, the Sheep.
Yes. GBU Professor GBU Professor Wally. When the CC NFT? We're working on it. Alex Energy. Half the media will be writing about the all-time high. The other half about some new China FUD. Do you know is coming? Yeah. We probably could use some FUD to knock us down a peg, right? An October surprise that I've been hinting at. To ask about my wiener dog, we've been having a lot of success with liquidity mining on the Cosmos network. All right. Franklin MC dollar will show the direction. Can't print money in the U.S. forever. Maybe we can. Maybe we can. Franklin MC labor shortages. Labor shortages looming. I think we can print the money. The problem is printing the food for the shelves on the supermarket, right? Maybe we can figure out. Maybe NASA can build those replicators we've always needed.
That grows on trees.
3D printing technology.
Yeah, 3D print.
I'm gonna print myself a Whopper.
Yes. All.
You would steal a Whopper, would you?
All right, labor shortages looming. Good afternoon, guys, from Murdoch to Murloc. Chico, those NFTs Coinbase listings are complete crapola. That's one way to describe them. Disrespectful, almost disrespectfully bad. Yes, I kind of feel like that too. Jag077.
These are money grabs. The only question is if the number will go up or not. That is, I mean, the entirety of the NFT market is one big money grab right now. So. Can you make money off the Coinbase listings or not? That's what you should be asking yourself.
Exactly.
Just another market.
And finally, we have
with no stop losses.
Beatnuts, Akon, what an insult to Woo. Yes, Beatnuts, I felt that one too. Franklin MC, can I 3D print my crypto? Not quite, but you know you can.
Sure.
You could 3D print a coin, a novelty coin. Yeah, that's doable. But otherwise, no. I would say you're not printing.
Print your key.
Nah.
You could just steal it.
Not a good idea to ever run that through any device's memory.
My crypto, you can have it.
Yes, we certainly can. The printer, whoever hacker reads the buffer of your printer. No, it's too early for that, homie, because we're getting to the next segment. So lean back. You can lean back in your seat, but no sipping just yet, because we're getting into the next segment. Thanks everybody who kicked it with us so far, but it's time to get into the TA. What you're all been waiting for. We're gonna get Alex to go live, and I'm gonna start collecting everybody's requests as well. We have quite a few come in there. Look forward to getting those, to do those in just a minute. Alex, I presume, is going to be going live right now.
I'll think about it. Let me see here.
Let the man do his thing. Ethereum, of course, also at new all-time highs, currently over $4,000.
Well, no, that's not all-time highs.
No?
All-time highs like 43.
Yes, I should have rolled left further. Yes, you're right. All-time highs were 44, 43-ish, yes. Yes, they were. All right. Well, I've been corrected. Should have scrolled to the left a little more. I thought Ethereum wasn't on highs. Indeed, it's not. Okay, good to know. Alex has gone live. Here we go. It's connected to his stream. Hopping into the next scene. Currently looking at the BTC/USD BitMEX chart. Looking good. All synced up. Alex, you've got the floor. I'm gonna do what I do in the background, and I'll see you guys in a couple of minutes.
Oh. So, I think it's pretty clear that we should definitely have a bullish bias here on Bitcoin right now. I love this price action. We may still see a pullback of some sort down into this area. I don't know if it's like 58 or 60.
I do like that 58 range.
Yeah, just as a retest, and that's going to be a buying opportunity for
it'll get bought back.
Yeah, this is not like a shorting opportunity. So as you can see, 60K is essentially the weekly high here, with 58 being so. between 58 and 60. I like this area here for retest. We definitely don't need this anymore. Let's move this up here.
Test the top of that shelf.
Time being, we're holding this uptrend that we drew out a couple days ago. There's just nothing weak here on Bitcoin. There's nothing for me to complain about as a bear. So I say let's take dips as buying opportunities for now. If we close below 60,000 on the weekly again, maybe we'll think about worrying. But that's only if we close below that area on the weekly. I kind of don't see that happening. If we come down here, we'll wick into this area and close back above it. I believe we'll be bought back up. Let's take a look at Ethereum, which is a little less bullish, but still bullish here. If we can close the week above 39.50, 39.60, then I think we can continue here. But it's still my belief that Ethereum is going to underperform Bitcoin in this spot. Three-day. I'll read this right now.
Nothing to write home about yet.
What?
Said nothing to write home about yet.
Yeah, I mean, it could go up here, it could go down here, but I don't see Ethereum breaking out upwards against Bitcoin. It's either going to move sideways against Bitcoin here or drop down. So for the time being, I'm really looking for Bitcoin moves here. But that I want to add that is not true for every alt in this spot. Now I do think Bitcoin's going to outperform Ethereum here, but there are some alts that have lagged that seem like they want to catch up right now, and we can't ignore those just because Bitcoin is going to outperform alts in general. Doesn't mean that there aren't some alts in particular that might outperform Bitcoin instead. So we definitely want to keep our minds open and take a look at that. All right, today a little bit of a pullback in Bitcoin dominance,
which I think you can expect with the way the bubbles look today, because there are quite a few alts that are getting recoveries right now.
Yeah, this is an area of resistance. Previously, we've got a line of areas kind of resistance right here. Resistance, 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 resistance. Here we are in this general area. So we could pull back here, trade sideways a little bit, and then still move up on Bitcoin dominance overall. That would not be abnormal, I don't think. As you can see, we're kind of overextended to the upside from our weekly moving average. Although I suppose, I mean, we can become very overextended. Look how overextended we are.
Yeah.
This one right here. We're all the way down here. Moving average is all the way up here. But we'll see. Uniswap perp not having a big day, but looking very interesting. We seem to be about to break the downtrend. If we break the downtrend and then clear resistance, now support to the upside, I think that could be a great sign for Uniswap trades here.
That's an all-time high, it would have been an all-time high trade, I think.
Just the Uniswap perp here.
Yeah, I think that if that breaks to the upside, that you're likely to get a volatile price continuation.
I would take this move to new all-time highs. And if you look at
Yeah.
Uniswap pairs, there's plenty of Uniswap ERC20 shitcoins that could do the thing. They could go up.
Yeah, for sure.
Dragon perp looking strong here. We may jump the gap of this low volume node that's right here. And if so, I would be looking towards 7750 to 8000 as our next resistance level. DeFi perp, we break the downtrend, we retest it, we hold it. This is invalidated. I say at this point, you should be looking to the upside, at least towards previous highs.
Things are just shaping up bullish now.
Privacy perp, well, this is now a continuation long signal. I'd be willing to take that, at least back towards resistance. Exchange perp, very strong off of the back of OKB and Huobi token and FTT pumping today.
Glad we're in BNB. Just hit TP2.
Yep. Well. This is starting to look a little strong here.
And Jack, you did a little tiny bit of research on that BIT token that's on Bybit. Would that be considered an exchange token or no? Or is that just a DAO?
No, probably more of a DAO, more of a
Okay.
yeah.
Because it's pumping like crazy too. So I'm like, maybe there's a correlation there.
Well, shit perp here, looking similar. But this isn't very strong. The exchange perp is much stronger, right? Mid perp looking similar to shit perp. All perp. For now, as long as we're holding this uptrend, I would want to be long.
Yay! We can be
Single-
bullish.
Yeah. Everything looks bullish right now, guys. Let's go ahead and look at the dollar. I think we
Must
can reliably guess the dollar's probably down today. Down day on the dollar.
I was gonna say if it's going up, then we're going into some kind of weird market euphoria, and that's not good.
As you can see, this downtrend that we had drawn out yesterday, it did hold. We got pushed down today on the dollar. I think we're going to continue to expect downside towards support. We'll see what happens when we get down here. This could be another few weeks.
Yep. But it could go the full distance in one move.
Great cake song.
He's going the distance.
Yes.
He's going for speed.
Thank you. That's good.
You get the whole thing.
Dow Jones here. Let's go ahead and take a look. So, dollar down, normally traditional markets up, right? When last we saw the Dow Jones, it was looking pretty bullish. Boom. Tapping all-time highs here. Currently just underneath previous all-time high.
Really didn't expect that reversal, but also a lot of gaps in there.
Yeah, there are. I think we're gonna look to try and grab along when we come down and retest 350 from above again. I still want to see this hold. And we'll also, if someone is still trapped in a short here, we'll probably look to exit that back near break even. But for right now, I think we should no longer be bearish here in this spot. So we will keep this distribution pattern that we were looking at here. But I think it's really important for us to be willing to be wrong, to invalidate our bearishness and to flip positions here at this point in time. I think the unfortunate truth is that I'm pretty good at calling tops, but not so good at calling the depths of those tops. So
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to be happy to be long here in the markets if we continue to move up and to make money off of that upwards movement. So let's prepare to be wrong here. If things just suddenly get really worse, then we can say, aha, then I was right all along, or something like that. And we'll look to go short again. But for right now, I just don't think it makes sense to continue to be bearish in this spot with everything looking as bullish as it does. Things coming up off their lows, things making new all-time highs. This isn't the time to be bearish anymore.
Yep, things look strong. And then at that moment, you got to psychologically think to yourself, got to just long until I'm wrong here, no matter what I think, like, but just position size correctly as you're doing it for when you are wrong eventually.
Yeah, and if we're wrong about being bullish here, we'll take a couple L's, and then we'll turn around, and then we'll home run the shorts if we have to.
Yep. And the wheels just keep turning.
So interestingly, we're showing some signs of reversal here on the QQQ. Are we going to come down, retest this, and then move up? If so, we will long this move on the QQQ. I'm not prepared to long this spot right now. I want to come down and either retest this resistance, or if we can get below the daily baseline again, then we'll short extra hard. But for now, because we didn't get this rejection right here, we're not bearishly biased. We're bullishly biased. We're looking for a pullback, and we're buying that pullback to long, which we were discussing that we want to do that for the Dow too, right? Want to see the Dow come back, retest our broken trend line, retest our broken horizontal resistance, and then as we get that retest, we take that long, and that gives us a better position, like a less risky position to be long from. Same for the S&P 500. Here we are, basically retesting previous resistance. Let's see what happens. This is not a place to long from. This is actually a place to take profits at. All right, let's run through CFDs. We don't have a lot of time here. Gold showing some strength. Very interesting. If we close above 1800, we'll look to long it again, but not until then. Silver continuing to show strength after we broke the downtrend. I expect full movement towards $26. Palladium, more sideways at the lows. I expect more upside. Platinum holding the uptrend. For now, as long as we hold the uptrend, I expect more upside. Copper hanging out at resistance. I don't see a trade here yet. We'll see what happens next. Brent crude recovering back over this. We held it. Oh my goodness.
Wild.
So for right now, we're holding the uptrend, and as long as we're holding it, we're biased to the upside on Brent crude.
What a straight moving average that was. Just, pew! No curl to it at all yet.
Okay, I'm ready to long corn here again. Now, this is not near the daily close today, so it's possible we could wick back down before the end of the day. But this looks like a solid long position to me. We were already kind of looking at longing corn, and we got flushed out of that. But just because we got flushed out of the position does not mean that It just meant our timing was off.
Timing,
The
yeah.
position itself can still be solid. So this
Yeah,
is a good setup, and we're gonna long this spot. I would just have my stop on the other side of this low. That would completely invalidate me if I was wrong. And then honestly, if we even came back below the daily baseline here, I would consider it to be invalidated. We'll see.
yeah, most of being a good trader is just timing.
Yep, timing's everything. This looks like it's about to be a fantastic long here on soybeans. We'll wait for the break, but I think this.
Food's about to get expensive.
Yeah.
Maybe Jack's are onto something with these food shortages.
Mhm. I don't know. I still say sugar's off a cliff here.
Yeah.
I think that's a very, very solid short here. It's oil, we saw that. Wheat, interesting. It is winding up for a blowout. So this is wheat on the monthly. So you can see we have a very, very bullish cross here above zero, very far above zero on the monthly. And on lower time frames, we appear to be winding up.
Getting more
This
parabolic.
weekly, this is wheat on the daily.
Yep. That's a pretty chart.
Yep. If we close above $7.60 on wheat, watch out. Break of the downtrend on the Aussie markets here. Oh, we broke it yesterday. That's right. I still think we could come up towards resistance here. China sideways. France looking mildly bullish. Singapore continued upside here. Unsurprising, we had a weekly breakout. Hong Kong continued upside here. Not surprising, we had a break of the downtrend. The UK, bro, make up your mind.
That looks actually kind of bullish to me.
UK, right here?
Yeah, I think it becomes a tiny little, yeah, I think it continues to run from there. That just looks strong in my opinion.
Okay, we'll see. I mean, it was a good weekly close, that's for sure.
Yeah.
India, we do have an exit signal here for daily longs. I just wouldn't do anything with it. Japan, sideways. I wouldn't do anything with it. Netherlands, new all-time high, but not a very bullish candle. I don't really want to do much with it. Taiwan, hanging out in resistance. I'm not going to do anything with it yet, but I am eager to short this again. I still think this is a crappy-looking chart.
Yeah, that looks very toppy.
Yeah. And now I think, sure, we could come up here and retest resistance again. And that's why we exited this short. But I still think we're going down. Until we make a new all-time high, I'm not convinced. Russell 2000 starting to show some strength here.
That is very reminiscent of the British chart pattern.
We broke the downtrend, right?
Yep.
Hmm.
And that usually gets, like, that pattern in my head usually gets an extension off of it of what you saw from the previous run.
Let's delete this. And let's look at this again with fresh eyes. Okay, so very strong support resistance level here. You get this fake out below, recovery, this higher low.
5 tests to the downside.
Yeah.
Now a break to the upside off and a trend break off of a 3 white soldiers pattern. I mean, that's pretty bullish.
Wicks here. No, but let's use candle bodies. Candle bodies still make the most sense. I like those. All right, if we use this lower high right here and have this as a fake breakout, then the entire thing makes sense. We're almost breaking out here. This is really like a failed descending triangle.
Invert it, see if it looks like anything. That looks like a failure of yeah, that looks like it would be a failure.
It actually
sure.
looks like form a spring and
Yeah.
then back down here and then maybe that's what we get. Maybe one more high towards the end of the year. It's a fake out high and then we break back down in December.
I mean, I could absolutely see that. You get one more violent stab to the downside with the buyback.
Come up here, November, December, blah 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 blah.
Boom. That's art, baby. Sell that as an NFT right now.
Yeah. Market gives you the middle finger. We'll see. I guess this is my way of coping as a bear. It's like, yeah, we'll go up, but then we'll go down.
Eventually go back down. This will burn.
Yeah.
One time I will be right.
Markets, yeah.
That's how you end up being right in the future. Just bet it'll burn at some point.
It's going to go up, but then after it goes up, it'll go down.
Yeah.
All right, so I think the markets look strong here. Everything kind of looks like it wants to wander up here, and I'm not going to fight it. Let's go with it here.
Yep.
Let's go ahead and look at chart requests. Thanks for your patience, Jack.
No problem. Thank you for getting into the markets to the extent that you always do, guys. Always very valuable insight what goes on, not just in our space, obviously, but in the wider financial world. We're getting into the requests right now, guys. Let's do it. Putting the first request up on screen. We do have to get out of here soon. Luckily, we don't have too many requests to get to. Gotta have that mentorship session to get to. All right, let me have a look here. First one, INVU for GT Mark IV. This is a traditional. I think this is a big mining company.
Sorry, what again?
INVU.
INVU. IN.
N as in Nicholas. Yes.
N as in Nicholas. Okay.
There you go.
You're taking a risk on calling that bottom. That's catching a knife, man.
Well, let's look at on the daily here.
GT Mark IV writes, it's a steal at 115.
A little buy cry die there, possibly.
1, 2, 3.
Wait for the trend break, man, and if you get it, I think that it's longable. Hopefully, you have a little bit of volatility off of it.
Maybe we already have a trend break here. Maybe the trend break. Probably actually a little bit tighter.
Yeah, I mean, there's a possible trend break there with a retest. You just gotta watch it.
Linear here. Oh man, let's look at it. Yeah, when you look at it as linear here, we've got this huge low volume node below us. I'll tell you what, this position makes a lot of sense as long as you're willing to dump below basically 10 cents. If we're below 10 cents, you dump it, and then there's a chance we could break down and keep going. If we were to close back above I guess 11.5. Again, which we are right now. If we come back above, if we break down and then come back above it, then I would be a buyer again. I think you're right. I think this is a good spot to look to be a buyer. We're sort of back near the support level that's held several times.
Yeah, it's worth taking a shot, but realistically, get out if it goes lower. Like, don't hold on to a position like that, because if it does break, it's likely to break down and cruise all the way through that low volume node.
I could see someone naively taking this as a head and shoulders trade, and I don't think it's that. So if it's not going to break down here, then maybe it could break up. You know.
Yep. Just wait for the evidence. You're getting close.
What's next? Jack?
Yes, sir. Next up, we have the following. Litecoin, LTC. Ali writes, hey, Alex, can you please take a look at Litecoin and the Litecoin-Bitcoin pairing? Looking for a Bitcoin entry in particular. All right, Litecoin pairs. Give it a look.
Your entry might be now on that if you're taking that shot on that trend break. Might need a little more.
Yeah, it is not quite broken.
Not quite
Maybe
there.
it's probably broken. Let's go to a lower time frame. That looks pretty broken to me, especially if you got tighter here and you went with the more parabolic trends. You see that's definitely
large movement off the bottom.
all right. So what if this is like selling climax, automatic reaction, secondary test, spring?
Whee!
Maybe. So So what am I talking about? Well, we're looking at this from a Y copy and distribution standpoint. No, don't do that. Yes, I know it's there. No, don't do that.
How's that new computer treating you?
It is smooth as butter, my friend.
That's good.
It better be.
Yeah,
It
right?
makes it-
Cost that much, damn.
I mean, sure, it kind of looks like it.
Yep, and then you come back up to test the point of control. That would be perfect. That would be textbook. You kind of W bottom off of there and come up and test the point of control.
All right, we'll see. For right now, I say the safest entry is to wait until we close above 33. What is that? 330,000 sats? Yeah. 300,000, 3 million, 30 million, 3 yeah. So 330,000 sats here. If we close back above this support level, this one right here, we can close back above this. Now let's use a box. That's kind of ugly.
I was gonna say, you always use a box, and on this one time you don't.
Where's my box?
That's funny.
You never find it. There's my box.
What's in the box?
Yeah. We can close back above this level. I'm in. I'm totally in on Litecoin Bitcoin. But if we don't, then there's a chance that we could bounce up here. We find resistance here in the spot, push, 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 we reject, and then come down. Now, I know, of course, that's what I would say because I'm a bear. Yes, it's true. But I also don't get caught out by stuff like that. So if we just wait until we're over 33 here, then I think this could be a really good trade to the upside for Litecoin. Even on like higher time frames, if we had a reversal here, this is probably like a good monthly spot to be a buyer of Litecoin, right? This fake out below support, we come back above the support level. Ha ha ha. You know, now we know we can take this up over the span of many months here against Bitcoin. Gain in sats. And then we'll look at Litecoin USDT here, but it's much less interesting. This looks like a lot of other tokens. A solid continuation long signal yesterday, follow through today. I'd be looking to take it to at least till 260, which I think I said yesterday that if we broke up, then that's where I would want to take it to. Yeah. And we did, so I think it's where I want to take it to.
I think I might have a long signal on it today.
All right, there you have it, guys. Let's go ahead and get to the next request. Only a few minutes left in the show. I would love to knock out a few more before we close up for today. Let's get into the next request. Kusama for ETH1. Will Kusama go to 500, Alex? Thank you for the TA.
Yes.
Broken down trend.
Yeah, it looks pretty good to me. The worst possible reading of the trend is this as the downtrend. It's a very ungenerous way of, because really, if you think about it, it's probably like, this is probably really the downtrend right here. You know, that's why bounce here. But fine, like if you want a really ungracious reading of it, then it's this line that I've drawn right here, and we appear to be about to break it. If we do, I would say we could easily go to 500. I'd probably be looking for like 550 actually. What is next?
All right, that was Kusama, and straight to the point on that one. What do we have left? We have Adam and Groot for Ask About My Wiener Dog. All right, Cosmos, GRT.
All right. Well, we do have a break of the downtrend here. That's a great sign. So we very classically broke above the previous all-time high. We break here, and we come up, boom, we retest it, it holds, kind of bounce along the surface of that support, which continues to hold. Buyers step in, buyers, push us beyond the downtrend. Buyers take over here. I think this is good to the upside. Right now, this is not a long signal for us, but once we get a little bit more momentum and we cross the daily baseline, then it should be. I think we'll be able to take that in the new all-time highs potentially on Adam. What was next?
Great. That was Adam, and Groot is next. GRT.
I was so close to posting along on GRT yesterday. I should have pulled the trigger.
I think you're good. This is probably a continuation long signal if time transformation were a little more sensitive in this spot. If we were using like a 6 or a 5, this would have, crossed under and then crossed back over to give us this. So if you wanted to take this as a continuation signal, I think it would make sense. I mean, you'd fudge it a little bit, but the markets are bullish in this spot. It's time to accept that. So I would be looking to take this at least towards $1. What's next?
All right, shout outs to Wiener Dog. There is your look at Groot and Cosmos. A couple of minutes left in the show. Let's get into the next request. We have the following ICP for Ali in the YouTube chat. ICP USDT, will it break of downtrend? Oh, break of downtrend, yes. Break of downtrend on ICP, is that what we're looking at?
Ooh. I think so. Let's draw it out. I say yes. You know what? This still reminds me of the Bitcoin bottom from 2018. Let's pull this up. So see, Bitcoin does not make a bottom with a spring. It actually makes the other kind of Wyckoff distribution pattern. This one right here, where we do kind of retest the bottom here, but buyers just step in too hard to ever really retest the lows. We never do. And you can see that here on ICP USDT. And as a matter of fact, that's why we have this area marked out as potentially a last point of supply, because it sort of seemed as if we weren't going to come back down and retest these lows. And now that we're breaking out, I'm starting to suspect that even more strongly. So I think we were looking at this area as the last point of supply. Maybe back in early October. I don't quite remember it, but you know that's why I write on these charts, so I don't have to remember. Okay, I like it. I would definitely be looking to grab my long in this spot.
All right.
And then if we broke back below $40, then I'd be out and look for a retest of lows. What's up?
There's your look at ICP. Big shout outs to Ali of the YouTube chat for that one. Let's go ahead and get into the next one. It's a 3-pack from Murdoch the Murloc on Twitch. Uma, Cake, and DEXE. I don't know if we can do all three. Any of those sound good to you?
Let's look at Cake.
Cake it is.
Very nice continuation long signal right here. I would be looking to take this. At least towards $26. So that's like a nice 30% move at least. What's next? Cake, and let's do, you said DEXE?
It was next, yeah, DEXE, yes. DEXE.
All right, let's look at that because I never look at this. It's an interesting looking continuation signal, but I don't. It doesn't feel like we really have enough data here. Oh, okay. Ah, okay. Now this is a little bit more data for us to work with. You know, maybe this is a bull flag. Maybe this is, or actually this would be a bull pennant, I suppose would be the exact term.
Yeah.
What if we're merely consolidating here after a bullish move upwards?
Long drawn out bull pennant. So it's easier to see them when they're formed, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, and this one has not yet fully taken off. All right, I'll tell you what. If we break up here, which looks like we will, I would be willing to take the long. And if we broke below this trend line at all, this support trend line, I would be out. That's really my stop. If we close below the trend line, get out. But I think DEXE can move up here. I mean, look at the rest of the market. Why be bearish on this one? What's next?
All right, just a few minutes left in the show. Let's see if we can knock out maybe one more request, guys. Sorry, we couldn't get to them all today. All right, ICP entry for Profit Bear. We've taken a look at ICP. Sorry, we can't get to that particular question on it. All right, Chico with a 3-pack. BNB, Wi-Fi, or DOT. Any one of those sound good to you? BNB, Wi-Fi, Chico. Sorry, we can't do them all.
There's more data than this for Wi-Fi. More data. Okay, this is more data. This is, yes, this is the history of Wi-Fi. So previous resistance here becomes support, 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 support. Man, this really is support. We really mean it. Let's look at Wi-Fi Bitcoin. That's more important. I guess for right now, I don't see any reason to take Wi-Fi over Bitcoin. As a matter of fact, we've broken this important long-term support. So while Wi-Fi USD looks interesting and like it could break up, it looks like Bitcoin's the better play here. One more. Give me one more, Jack.
Big money, big money.
One last request of the day, guys, might be from Boris Bitcoin. He writes, "Happy new all-time high day, everyone. Can we take a look at Solana or DOT?"
All right, well, that's 2 DOT requests. I don't want to ignore both of them.
Let's do
DOT.
it.
Looking strong.
Yep.
Resistance becomes support, man.
Yep. Resistance is futile. You will be assimilated into DOT. I think this is a fantastic looking continuation long. We have a strong trend line here we appear to be holding. This is a crossover. I say take it. I think this is worth taking, and then if you break back below $40, you're out. Because if you break below $40, you're breaking underneath our trend line and you're breaking underneath horizontal support. So this is actually kind of a low risk entry spot for us because we know exactly where we're invalidated, even though we're kind of buying at a high. So that's fine with us as long as there's an easy place for us to get out that's not too painful. Let's take it.
We're going to be wrong sometimes.
Yeah. Let's buy in a string.
All right. Well, that was a look at DOT, guys. We do have to get out of here. We have a mentorship session to get to in a few minutes, so we do have to wind the show down early here. Shout outs to the remaining requests on the board. Rhino TD wants to look at XRP. Yo, my man Rhino, hit me up tomorrow. We'll definitely take a look at XRP then. But in the meantime, guys, you know what to do. It's time to hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to check us out for the Thursday installment comes your way tomorrow. Be sure to also check out premium.crackingcryptocurrency.com for all our premium offerings, our education material, pathways to profit scores, so much more. Hey, including access to the mentorship session that we're about to go to. If you want to check that out, guys, premium.crackingcryptocurrency.com is the way to do it. Also, check out our Discord, check out our results as well. Those are links you can see on the bottom of the video feed right now. But that's it. We're about to get out of here. Check out the timestamps after we wrap up. And that's it. I'm out of here. Peace out to everybody. Much love. Final words, Alice.
Guys, there's a lot of tokens that look really good here. I think probably the best way to play this is to have a strong position in Bitcoin and then have a few well-picked alts that you think might outperform the rest of the alt market, because I don't think the alt market as a whole is going to outperform Bitcoin in this spot. We're not going to go in all at once here. I want you guys to be cautious. If we are, going into like the next phase of the bull market, it's going to be like several weeks of up here. So we don't need to like blow our load all at once. All right, just be slow and methodical, and then if things do reverse here, you won't be hurt by it. And if things do start to accelerate, I think you'll be able to make more intelligent decisions as you get more data.
Yep. And you can't buy a dip if you already have all your money in. But
Smart.
for me, like the markets look very bullish right now, and we're getting to that point where you should just be looking to your systems to find the best strength that you can find out there, and then managing your risk appropriately, because it turns into that long until you're wrong mentality. We could just keep marching up, but we could reverse. So we need to make sure that we're managing risk every single time. But exciting times ahead. We're hitting all-time highs, so we're here. Let's see what happens.
Enjoy your bullishness. Risk accordingly. We'll see you tomorrow for the Thursday installment. Much love to you guys. Peace out.
Bye.